I moved into a small apartment complex in Sacramento after a rough year, the kind of place where people keep to themselves and doors stay locked even during the day. On my first night, the smoke detector above my bed chirped once, sharp and loud. I checked the battery. It was brand new. I went back to sleep. At 2:36 a.m., it chirped again, followed by a faint sound that almost felt like a word being swallowed. The next night, it happened at the exact same time. This time, after the chirp, I clearly heard someone whisper hello. I sat up, heart racing, staring at the ceiling. I told myself it was stress, that lack of sleep can make you hear things. The third night, the whisper returned, clearer, calmer, asking if I was awake. I didn't answer. The detector clicked softly, like disappointment. Over the next few days, strange things started happening. When I cooked, the detector never went off, no matter how much smoke filled the kitchen. But when I tried to sleep, it chirped, always followed by breathing. Slow, patient. I asked the landlord about it. He frowned and said the previous tenant complained about noises too, until one night the detector went silent forever. That night, I unplugged the unit completely and placed it in the hallway. At 2:36 a.m., the chirp came from inside my bedroom anyway. The detector was back on the ceiling. My phone buzzed with a notification from an unknown app I had never installed. It simply said, "You hear me better when it's quiet." I started sleeping with the lights on, but the whisper grew closer, no longer from the ceiling, but from the corners of the room, from inside the walls, from my own breath. It told me it wasn't smoke it was waiting for. It was attention. It said alarms exist to be listened to, and people who ignore warnings don't last long. On the seventh night, at 2:36, the detector screamed continuously. The whisper spoke over it, telling me not to leave yet, that the sound was keeping me safe. I covered my ears and ran outside. The neighbors watched as my apartment filled with flashing red light. Fire trucks arrived, confused. There was no smoke, no fire, just a detector still screaming inside an empty room. The next day, the landlord said the unit was available again. Cheap, fully checked. That night, as I tried to sleep in my car, my phone chirped softly. From the darkness, a familiar whisper asked if I felt safer now.